Well, Shannon Sharpe has been a gentleman that has no problems voicing his opinions and his frustrations with none other than Kyrie Irving over the last couple years. But it was now Shannon Sharpe coming to the defense of Kyrie Irving as his indefinite suspension continues. Shannon had this to say on his show, Undisputed. It seems to me that they can say things and their actions, they are not bound by the same restrictions as when we say things and do things. And that is a problem that a large part of the black community have. They counsel us, no questions. There's not enough apology. Kyrie can get on his bended knee. He can come to the people in the most humble way. We know how, bow head, humble on bent knee, and that's still not enough for some. Again, that's Kyrie Irving, who is still indefinitely suspended. Shannon Sharpe voiced his displeasure. Again, Shannon Sharpe was very critical of Kyrie Irving and thought he should have been punished, alongside Stephen A. Smith, who with ESPN has been very critical of Kyrie over the years. Stephen A. seems to really get a kick out of the Kyrie Irving conversations over the last couple years. I don't think he has the greatest relationship with Kyrie Irving right now. I don't think that. I do want to say something, though, because my stance is pretty close to theirs. I thought Kyrie Irving should have got slapped on the wrist for the dumb comments he made. I don't think the brother should be indefinitely suspended, though. I mean, he should have got a couple games. And, you know, a lot of people disagree with me with that on my stance, and that's fine. Like one of the reasons why I made this platform is to have conversations. Like, I'm not opposed to conversations. Like, I don't need you to agree with me on everything that I say. That's a pointless platform. You know what that is? When somebody agrees with you on everything that you say, that's a cult. I don't want a cult. I want to have a beautiful basketball platform where sometimes you think this dude makes good points. His highlights, he works very hard at putting content together for us. I like the things that he say, and, you know, generally speaking, I think the brother, when he does come to the table with his side of things, at least he backs it up with his opinion, his perspective, some numbers, whatever, and I can live with that. Do I agree with him on everything? No. I know the homie that built this platform up from the ground up to have some relationships, you know, and work with some people and then work with the NBA. At least I can respect that, if nothing else. That's all. That's all. I don't need you to agree with me on everything I say. There were people out there, and I want to say this real quick, and I never want to address this again because I never care. There were people out there saying, gotcha, I knew it, you're a sellout, you don't side with Kyrie, you ain't for the people, I'm unsubscribing. Let me say this really quickly here, and I promise I'm going to get up out of this. I promise. I am a young black man from Memphis, Tennessee. I have withstood obstacles that you couldn't dream of in my life. Do you understand me? I'm not saying that I don't care about subscription. Yes, I want to grow this platform to heights unimaginable, right? I do. I dream. I'm literally up every night working this platform. I'm shooting this video right now at 4 a.m. You're seeing it later in the day. It's 4 a.m. when I'm shooting this video right now. I go hard every night of my life. I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in my voice. I believe in my hard work. I believe in what I'm growing. With that being said, you are never going to have the power over me, nobody, with saying, I'm unsubscribing, I'm out, bye, I don't care. That's not what you got over me. Like, if this platform works for you, great. If it doesn't, bye. You don't have that kind of control over me. I'm really from nothing from real. I grew this from nothing for real. Don't nobody got the power over me to threaten me with a subscription. If it wasn't for you, either the content has changed or you wasn't really for me anyway. But to think you got the power over me to threaten me with your subscription, it's free. You ain't threatening me. Bye. You don't got that kind of power over my life. If you don't want to be here, it is what it is. But because I give my opinion and it's different from yours, you threaten me with a subscription? Even use my own hometown against me. Some dude was like, yo, I thought you was from Memphis, bro. Oh, I can't have a different opinion from you because we from the same city? What sense does that make? So if people have differences of opinions, we can't come to agree to disagree. That's some of the problems we got right now. Everybody think we got to be on the same page with everything. And you can't have a conversation. You can't be in a room with somebody that you don't agree with everything. That's a problem. So Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe were two of the black brothers to get it. They got it from social media. They got it from people over the last few weeks over this Kyrie Irving thing. They've given it to them publicly. Obviously, a lot more than what I got it on my platform that's growing, but it's still growing. They've gotten it. And I've seen people go as far as I saw Dr. Umar Johnson giving Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith lashes online. He gave them lashes as a punishment. He said, 2,000 lashes for Stephen A. Smith. Bump Shannon Sharpe, since you're a big black brother, 4,000 lashes for you. I was like, wow. Y'all canceling two educated brothers in their own rights? I've never met Shannon Sharpe. I worked with Stephen A. Smith, though. You want to know? I tell this story all the time. When I got to ESPN, I had no business doing this. I walked right up to Stephen A. Smith and did breakfast with him one morning. If I'm ever around Stephen A. again, I can't wait to bring this story up. I went and sat at his table one morning for breakfast. That is a big no-no as an intern to do that in Bristol, Connecticut. I did it. I sat at the table with him. He let me sit there. He didn't tell me to move. He was busy. But I sat right there at the table with him. That's a big no-no as an intern. We're really not supposed to talk to the talents if it's not about work. I did it anyway as an intern. You want to know why I did it? I believed in me. I ended up shadowing Stephen A. on First Take for months, thanks to great producers that allowed me. They knew what my passion was. They knew I wanted to be a reporter. And for me, no matter what I agree or disagree with Stephen A., because I haven't loved some of the spots that ESPN's put Stephen A. in over the last few years as this situation is extended. I haven't loved some of the positions that they put him in. But overall, like, there's respect I got for that brother that nobody can tell me anything otherwise about him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not happening. Shannon Sharpe, I never met the brother, but what he represents is beautiful. This is a former NFL player. We know some of the stereotypes that come with athletes, especially NFL athletes. Shannon Sharpe ain't going there and wowing you with his vernacular. Shannon Sharpe ain't going up there and telling you 8-syllable words. He's actually wowing you with like different grandma quotes and different things like that, right? Like he's wowing you with his football knowledge and grandma quotes. Like, I know where he comes from. You can feel it. You can't fake it. And for me, I don't turn my back on that. Like, it's like, damn, the same people that were mad at Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe, I guess, for turning their back on Kyrie, I looked at it more as calling him out, condemning him for his actions, but you know, constructively doing it. Those same people are quick to cancel the black representation that we got on in those media spaces in sports television that quickly. We're ready to call them out, well, not just call them out, but cancel them is what I saw. And that's rough to me. That's rough to me. If Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe can be constructive of Kyrie and still enjoy Kyrie and what he brings to the table after this, then can't we just disagree with them, disagree with FERRO, and move on with our life? Like, you don't got to agree with everything. I said, the point, I put enough content out in the atmosphere, so I give you things that you maybe agree with, maybe you don't. All this, you're canceled. I'm unsubscribing. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like I know what I put in every day of my life to get where I'm going. I don't let nobody have that over me. And what I saw happen to Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith, like, damn, you cancel your uncle like that? And we don't even want to get into the convos of some of the things I know people in their families are allowing to go on that you'll never call big bro out on that or big cuz out on that. I don't never see y'all keep it real with family members, but you gonna cancel? You gonna cancel two big black voices because they didn't agree with Kyrie? Who I think if you got Kevin Durant in the room by yourself, he would say, yo, it's kind of tough figuring Kyrie Irving out. LeBron called Kyrie Irving a kid for years. And I think a lot of that was because it's this guy's kind of all over the place sometimes. A phenomenal player. I'm sure he's got a big heart. I can tell he's got a big heart. But like, we're at the point now where Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe didn't have your same perspective and they're canceled. I ain't like that one bit. I'm not throwing Kyrie Irving away, even though he said something I disagree with. I'm not throwing Stephen A. or Shannon Sharpe away because they might say stuff that I don't agree with all the time.